Hello, everyone. This recording is for Wednesday, November 29th, pre-algebra. I am unable to be in class with you today as I'm out for some appointments. However, I have a quick lesson for you that I'd love for you to be able to watch so you know what you can do in order to be successful today. All right, I did have a little warm up planned. If you want to, you can go ahead and pause this video and see which numbers should replace the question marks. So you can see the question marks down below here, and you have to use the information that is given in order to figure out what might be that number. Pause now before I give out the answer. There is a pattern. All right, everybody, for those of you that are wondering, the answer has to be 5, 6, 3, 4, 1, 2. All the other combos of 12, 34, and 56 are used. So grouping helps. All right. Today we get to start unit number 4, which is all about dilations. Before we go ahead and do that, though, I want you to understand that grades are now updated. So take a hot second, go into Buzz, and I want you to check out your grades. So if you look where my little blue highlight is, please make sure that you click on that to see what your current grade is, not only for Acellus work, but also for pre-algebra in general. If you're not happy with your Acellus grade, there will be a little speech bubble next to your grade. You can go ahead and click on that. Chances are you are behind in your work and you need to make sure that you get caught up today. All right, here's our lesson today for Unit 4. Unit 4 is a pretty short chapter. It's all about geometry. All right, you guys got this. So if you've heard of the word dilate before, maybe you've heard of somebody's eyes being dilated. If you look at this person's eyes, you can see that the pupil is much wider, larger, more open. It just means, if you look down at my image here, something that becomes wider, larger, or more open. So you're getting it to be bigger. And of course, we're talking about dilations here in math. And the goal here is to understand a few vocabulary words. Okay, so when it comes to pre-algebra, you need to know that dilate means to change the shape in some form. Either you're going to shrink it or enlarge it based on the numbers that are given to you. Also, you need to understand the word scale factor. Scale factor is the number you multiply by in order to create a proportional relationship. This will make more sense to you as we go through a few examples. Take a hot second and write down your vocabulary words, though, and their definition. Okay, now that you have your definitions down in your notebook, I have a little explanation for you. If I have a scale factor of 1/2, if that's the case, I will have to multiply all of my coordinates by the scale factor of 1/2 to determine where to place my second triangle or shape on the coordinate grid. The points on the new shape will be called A prime, B prime, C prime, and D prime. Okay, here's my image, everybody. My original image is A, B, C, D, right? A, B, C, D. My scale factor is 1/2. So that means I have to take all of my coordinates and multiply them by the scale factor to get a new shape. So notice my yellowish greenish shape here, A with a little, I don't know, like a little dash next to it, apostrophe, that's A prime, B prime, C prime, and D prime. So the original is blue and the scale factor new shape is yellow and or green, whatever color that is to you. Let me show you how this works. So if I have, and this can happen with a shape, it can happen with a line. That's what I'm going to use now. It says here to dilate the segment by a scale factor of 2. All right, so I see that this particular shape, this line, has 2 points. So we have to work with both points. It's really nice that the points are given to us. X is -2 and Y is 0. For B, X is 3, Y is 2. So what I need to do is I need to multiply each coordinate in letter A by 2. So notice what I do. I take -2, 0. See it here. I took it directly from up top. And I'm going to multiply each coordinate, so each one of these numbers, by 2. So 2 times -2 and 2 times 0. When I do that, I get -4 and 0. So my new A prime is supposed to be landing on -4, 0. That's an image of the original. So all I did is I took my coordinates and I multiplied both coordinates, both my X and Y, by the scale factor that's given. Now, if I went ahead and plotted this, my new point would be -4 and 0. So -4, 0 would be right where my little mouse is. But remember, I have to do the same thing for coordinate B. So I have to take the coordinates of B, 3 and 2, I just copied them down, and I'm going to multiply both the 3 by the scale factor of 2 and 2 by the scale factor of 2. So 2 times 3 would be 6, and 2 times 2 would be 4. So B prime would be at the location of 6, 4. X equals 6, Y equals 4. And I can see that now plotted on the graph. Here's -4, 0, 6 and 4. And when I plot them on my graph, I can see that my new image is much larger than the original. See that? So here's the original, and here's the dilated line. It's been changed. It's been multiplied by the scale factor. Let's do one more example so that you have this down in your brains. Now, scale factor is always going to be indicated by the letter K. So in Acellus, you'll see a problem that looks something like this, K equals 9. So what I have to do is I have to take each of my coordinates for A, B, and C and multiply them by 9. Don't leave anybody out. All right, we can do this in our head. So A original is 3, 3. Well, I know if I multiply 3 times the scale factor of 9, I get 27. And 3 times 9 is 27. So my A prime would be 27, 27. All right, I have to do the same thing for B. I'm going to look at the coordinates for B, and I'm going to multiply each coordinate by 9. So 1 times 9 would be 9. 9 times -2 would be -18, right? Same thing for C. We're going to take -1 times the scale factor of 9, -9. And 1 times 9 would be plain old 9. I hope you can see that behind my image here, if I move me out of the way. The goal is to keep the digits in order. All right? All you need to do is multiply. So now it's your turn. If my scale factor is 0.5 or 1/2, I'm going to take a look. I'll do A first. Multiply 3 times 0.5 and -4 times 0.5. Can you use a calculator? Absolutely. I would get 1.5 and -2. I do the same thing with B. Multiply 3 times 0.5, 6 times 0.5, and my answer would be 1.5 and 3. So here's your rule. Working with dilations, find the scale factor, and the scale factor is typically given to you as K equals, and then multiply each point by that scale factor. Easy peasy. We are dilating shapes today. There it is plotted. You can see in this case, here's the original, and the dilation is smaller than the original. It's half the size. Okay, remember, your grades were updated yesterday, and today you're going to do two things for me. You're going to, number one, check your grade sheet in Buzz, and then I want you to work on step, it should say step, dilation. There's a video and a set of questions. Make sure that when you're finished with your set of questions, you look at score to make sure you finish the lesson titled Dilations. All right, one more thing. Hey, we have Moby Max starting up again this week. So if you have time, go ahead and complete your 25 minutes in math. It's due on Friday. All right, thanks for watching. I want you to go ahead, log into Acellus, and you are free to get to work. One last thing, put your attendance word in for today. Boy, does that pie look good. French silk pie. All right, everyone, have a great Wednesday, and I will see you soon.